Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new here. I am sharing my first layout with the new kit from Mercy Tiara Kit Club, and this is the Dream Big kit. I didn't do an unboxing. I'm sorry if some of y'all wanted to see that. There's other girls on the team that will do an unboxing, so make sure to watch out for that. But here I grabbed this beautiful rainbow paper, and I'm just like wonkily cutting off the white. And I'm going to add it back to the paper, which I guess doesn't really make sense because I'm adding it back onto white paper from the cardstock add-on. But I'm going to do something to it. And then, of course, I'm going to rough up the edges so it adds texture to it. And I've got these two pictures of my daughter sleeping. And I don't journal on the front of this. I do journal on the back of it, and I don't share that. But these are pictures of my daughter. We had made a day of going to a reptile, snake, lizard expo, and man, did she have a blast. She loved every bit of it. I've already scrapbooked some pictures and shared them of her holding a huge python, and she was so excited. That thing weighed so much more than she did. But this is afterwards. We got home and we were just sitting there talking, and she fell asleep. So I had to scrapbook them and, journal on the back about that. Here, I'm not making you watch all of it, but I do sew down the center of each of these. So I just tacked them down enough to where I could go ahead and sew them on my layout. And then I'm going to go through, and again, I'm sorry for those that this drives nuts, but I'm going to rough up the edges a little bit with my fingernail, rotate it, and do the other side of them, just so I have some texture. I like the way it looks. So I had drawn my own sketch and everything for what I wanted to do. I might share some of them at one point, but here I'm cutting some fun foam from my stash down and putting it on the back of one of the photos. And then I realized these both don't go sideways. One goes up and down. I kept trying to make it look right moving it sideways, but that's not how it was taken. So I adjust to what I was doing, and I have one up and down instead of just sideways. I mean, it works. It's not a big deal, and the layout still turns out good. So I'm happy about that. I'm going through all the ephemera, and you can see I have bits and pieces from some of the cut apart sheets cut up there as well. And I am just like grabbing everything. I am grabbing everything and just kind of sitting it there on the side because, I might use it on this layout. And I do have a problem. I try my best to tone down what I get, like what I actually use on the layout. So I won't use all of this, just for reference. I won't use all of this on my layout, but I would like to sometimes. But here I'm grabbing one of the cut apart sheets from the kit, and I am cutting it down. On my sketch, I put some tags behind my photos. And so I decided to cut them out of the cut apart sheet because they had a blue one that would go great behind one photo because it's closer to the blue, and then a pinky purple one that would go behind the other photo because, it's closer to the pinky colors. So I figured I would just cut those out, punch the hole out of them. I thought I was going to add that gorgeous yellow twine that came in this kit. I decided against it because I'm kind of keeping in the rainbow area. And if I put the yellow there, it wouldn't be in the right spot. So I decided against that. Here I pulled off a foam sticker from that sticker sheet there. It says capture every memory. And I put it over there to the right between the two photos. This says happiness. It was a piece inside of one of the ephemera packs. And then we get these cute little rip apart stamps and tags and stuff. And so I grabbed a yellow one of those and added it down behind the happiness. And so as you see, I'm kind of going through and finding things to go with the rainbow colors. Here, I'm cutting that flower out from one of the cut apart sheets. And I will fussy cut it here in a minute. But I just keep going through stuff to see what I want to pull out and what I want to use. For some reason, my first go-to is to always look at the paper and see what I can cut out of it. Even though you see all the ephemera and all the pretties that I have from the kit, you see it all right there. But for some reason, my first thing and my first thought is to go to the papers and stuff and see what I can find to use first. I went ahead and stuck that flower down there, and now I grabbed some orangey looking hearts off the sticker sheet, the foam sticker sheet, and put them on top of that container in front of me, and went to pulling out some other items because I fussy cut this butterfly out. And I'm just still working my way through. I grabbed those pink hearts. That word is on vellum and it says love. There's a vellum heart and then a sticker, the foam sticker heart that is like a purpley color. It's really light. So I went ahead and put that up there. I'm looking for some more purple at this moment. And I do find it here in just a second. That cutie, it goes up top by the blue and green because it's kind of a mix. I add that little stem behind it to go more towards the green side. And this says, I love you most, but I cut off most and just put I love you on there and put that on the purple section. And here I'm looking for something along the teal colored lines. And I found this camera on one of the cut apart sheets. And so I went ahead and cut that out and I will stick that up there here in just a second. And then I will continue back going through and trying to find something in that darker blue color. And I find multiple things. And I also come back and stick something else in the pink section here in a minute. I love these the foam sticker looks like a button. It's too cute. I love it. And it adds dimension so great. That little piece that the heart is on actually came out from the inside of a frame that is in the ephemera pack. And so I use that, and I actually use one of the pink pieces that comes from the inside of another frame down in the pink area closer to the love on the vellum. Here I went ahead and just adjusted that, roughed up the edges a little more, grabbed a couple more pieces. There's the little pink piece. It's got a little pink edging on it. And here I'm going to add some foam to the yellow happiness piece. And I glued the little tag down along with the flower. I'm just adding a little adhesive behind them, gluing them down, just like I'm doing right here on the pictures and stuff, just enough for it to stick down. And I'll have to put a little more glue under the top one. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep that there yet, so I did not add glue, but I'm going to rough up the edge of everything else as I run through and add a little glue to everything and just start sticking things down. With the vellum word, I just kind of put it on the actual word part, the glue, so that it wouldn't show through. Popped up the love you, and then moved on to, I added a little foam at the top of that camera, and then glued the bottom part down so that it had a little more dimension and popped up as well. And like I said, I'm just going through and adding a little bit of glue to these pieces, making sure that everything is stuck down. That vellum piece, I made sure it was going to go underneath the side of this cutie so that it stayed and you couldn't really see where I'd put that vellum. Roughing up the edge of my tags here. And I grab a couple more pieces. I wanted something else blue, so I grab that flower and I add that. Just add some glue to the end so it sticks up on its own anyways. See, that's where I grabbed the twine and decided against it. And here I grab the puffy stickers and I add glue to the back of that and keep it where it is. But I add a purple puffy sticker by the love you. And then I add that cute little felt bow down below happiness. And I grab a couple more things out. I know I add that little yellow heart and then these cute orange flowers up there because they go right with that area and it's perfect. Let's see, I also added another green piece above cutie, and there's the little purple piece by I love you. And these are in the mixed media kit this month. And I am adding a little bit of water to quite a few different colors because of course it was already in, the rainbow theme. So I'm going to add black because at first I didn't think about it. My brain wasn't, really working. And then I realized, hey, I added water to all these. I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going back and I am flicking water from all these different colors, cleaning my brush, adding some more. There's the orange. And then I add the yellow, and then I start mixing colors to make them closer to the colors that I have. And so I use the lid for, fixing that. Clean my brush off, add a little to the white so I can mix the lighter pink and splash some of that down. And then I add a little more of the darker green at the very top, and that finishes this layout for me. It may be simple and everything, but I love the texture and I love the way it turned out. Make sure to check out the links below to grab your own kit and come join the Facebook group. We'd love to see you there. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you're notified when I upload more, and make sure to come back and we'll see you later. Bye.